Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Austria for Division 1 in round 14. I'm joined tonight by Joe Tuzi. I'm your host, Nishka. Susie, mate, how are you?
G'day, g'day. I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, very good, mate. I'm ready for some exciting Div 1 action. We've got a pretty stacked grid tonight. This should be a really good race, mate.
Yeah, no, it's looking at being a good one tonight. 5 to go. Um, and the championship is definitely heating up now between our top two, Jonno and Campbell Adams. But a bit of a dark horse tonight. Angelo's jumped in at the last minute in the Haas, and hopefully we'll shake the grid up tonight.
Yeah, we'll jump down to the grid now, mate. We'll have a quick look through, and we'll see who's down there. But as you say, yeah, Angelo jumping into that house that enhances their chances massively, I believe. But we'll go through it from top to bottom. We got Jonno in the Ferrari, Chandler's in the Alpine, Dante in the Ferrari. So that Ferrari team really looking to put a stamp on this Division 1. We got Fatcat Ultra Fast in the Aston Martin. We got Wigged reserving up from Div 2 in the McLaren. Try to get some valuable points for them in their championship aspirations. We got Dito in the Williams reserving up like we usually see. We got Steg back in the McLaren. Does have a 20-second penalty to serve here, which is not ideal, but we'll have to see what he can do from there. Aiden's Raiden in the Alpine. Kalki in the kick. Number one Swift reserving up for Red Bull. Keithy in the kick. We got Lockie also reserving up for Williams. He done a good job last week. We got Squash Josh in the Red Bull reserving up as well. We see a lot of these guys reserving up. Ricardo also doing the same. And here's the man, Angelo Di Ortenzio. He's going to be super rapid in that Haas. You got Campbell Adams in the Racing Bull and Meowsy. That's a serious team there, Jatuzi.
Yeah, and I mean, it's always been a bit of a battle between Ferrari and VCarb this entire season, and now it'll be interesting because usually we don't see the two VCarbs in the grid at the same time, so a bit of a team battle here as both of them are in a constructors fight, and Jonno and Campbell are in a drivers fight, so very, very tense here with 5 rounds to go, 36 laps of racing this evening, and yeah, I think it's going to be great tonight.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in for a fantastic night of action. We're seeing Fat Cat. He's the first car out on track. He's really going slow, trying to burn a bit of that fuel, I believe, there, Tuesday, as we're seeing the Red Bull of Squash Josh just going past him now. So he's probably going to be one of the first ones to start a lap here. But we might jump on board with Fat Cat when he comes around to do his lap, and I'll let you take us away for that one. Uh, who would your prediction be for tonight, Tuesday? Looking at this grid, it's super stacked, mate.
To be honest, I don't know. I want to say we're going to see a bit of a good story for Haas here with Angelo jumping in last minute. I think that would be a good one to watch. But I mean, maybe someone new, maybe one of the Saubers can get up there, or maybe an Alpine can contend the drivers' fight and maybe throw some carnage into the mix there for Jonno and Campbell, because I'm sure that would be interesting with 4 rounds to go after this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like what you're thinking there with the Haas. It's a bit of a fairy tale story with them. See what he can do, but I still think it's going to be very hard to go past Campbell Adams again tonight, mate.
Yeah, I'm on board with Fat
As
Cat now for his lap across the line, burning down at 80%, cutting the first corner as much as you can, and it's pretty nice there, a bit of curb on the left, opening the DRS and burning all the way up this straight, a big climb here, and the McLaren gets out of the way, braking at the 100 board and flicking the car in, using that curb to rotate. Now burning from 70%, opening the DRS, and a bit of traffic here for Fat Cat. It's not what he would have wanted, and I believe, yeah, that is, I think, a V-carb in front of him. It might be Campbell Adams. A bit of a slide there, using the corner as much as he can. Now a bit of dirty air. He gets out of the way just at the right moment. Flick the car in 5th gear. Use the track on the right. Now flick it in again, down to 5th. Cut the curb on the right here and burn down to the second last corner. And this is a tricky one. You can get it wrong here. He revs it out in 7th, drops down to 4th, 5th here. Use the curb, don't invalidate to the line, and it's a 103.2 already. That's a pretty solid lap.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid banker there from Fatcat. We're seeing a few more guys out on track. We're seeing a couple Alpines coming down towards the line. I believe we've got Aiden's Raiden maybe just starting his lap. Chandler's into the pits, so we're not going to see anything from him. We've got a kick out on an outlap, I believe. That's Kalki, but Keefe is actually on a lap, and he's invalidated. So not going to see too much from him. We've got a couple of Ferraris coming down to the line now. We got Jonno's on an outlap. Dante's actually on a lap. Let's see what time he can do here, Tuesday, as he comes into this tricky little last sector.
Yeah, and I think it's make or break here at Austria with this last sector there. And Dante, 1-3-4, he gets close, but he couldn't quite do it. Lockie not doing too bad though. That was quite nice. Yeah, this is actually quite interesting early on.
Yeah, really interesting. As we're seeing, I think Steg went on a double outlap, so I might jump on board with him, mate, and I'll take this one away as he's burning down that 80% battery up into turn 3, all the way down to 60%. Jumps back into none, into second, takes a bit of the curb, bit of wheel spin on the exit, nothing too much to worry about there. Burning down up into 8th gear. 40% on that battery, so he's going to have plenty of battery to work with. He's into none, 50% battery. He's going to be able to burn through this little sector. Car, oh, sorry. Car out of the way nicely. Into 5th, up to 6th, little downshift, back up to 6th again. 20% battery, down into this last little tricky sector. He's going to flick it down to 7 momentarily, down to 6th. Into 5th, right on that power, all the way down to the line. What's Steg going to do? It's going to get a real fast time of a 102.9, so that's a fantastic lap from him there, Tuzi.
Yeah, that was very, very nicely done there by Steg. And we know he does have some of that pace, but that 20-second is going to be very, very crucial for him and McLaren as well in a overalls battle with Aston of Fat Cat in P2. So a couple battles throughout the field tonight, which is good to see. And I think Div 1 is one of the defining areas of every championship battle.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just seeing Chandler's. He's had a bit of an indifferent season for Alpine. He'll be looking to have a bit of a better night tonight. What do you expect to see out of the Alpine driver, Tuzi?
I mean, former champion, I think he definitely does have the pace. I think he's just in a bit of a slump at the moment, especially in the first season on the game. And I think that's the same for everyone. Like some of the people we used to see up the top last season are kind of in the mid range now. And people like Dito and Lockie now getting that momentum and building up the pace here. So I think if he can't find it this season, it's definitely going to be interesting next season. But I mean, it'd be good to see him try and contend for wins again.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be good to see him just recover some of his form that we know that he's definitely capable of. And I think the interesting thing to see tonight, Tuzi, is we got some very fast guys on this grid, but then we've also got some really fast guys from Div 2 that have really been putting it together this season, and we're getting to see what they can do up against these guys. So yeah, it makes it a really interesting night, I think.
Yeah, and it's always good to see some of the Div 2 drivers getting up and giving it a crack. I mean, Lockie's definitely had a burst of form since he left McLaren to Williams. Not that I'm ever so pleased about that, but yeah, people like Squash Josh who always come up each round, and Wiggett also doing as best as he can. It's always good to see, and some of the guys get rewarded from it, which is always great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is an exciting man that we're seeing out on track now. He is on his outlap. Uh, do you want to take us away for a hot lap with the one and only Cambell Adams?
Yeah, why not? I believe is he second in the standings? I believe
Yeah, I think he is
he's
second.
second.
Yeah, I think he's second, mate. He'd have Jonno a little bit worried if he keeps turning up to these races. You'll be putting him under all sorts of pressure.
Yeah, alrighty, starting the lap down to 80%, flicking the car in, using the curb. Wasn't too much of a cut there, and a bit of a moment on the exit there with that sausage curb. Burning now with the DRS open, down this back straight, 57, he stops at, braking at the 100 board, flicking the car in, and it's a very late apex there. He might even abandon the lap with a half slide there coming out of turn 4. Not very nice. Now, DRS open 40%, braking at the 100 board again and flicking the car in. It's not the greatest of laps here for a championship contender. Down to 5th here, flicking the car in, not using too much curb on the left there and using the track and a bit of gravel there on the exit. It's a very, very sloppy lap, and he almost cuts it there on that corner. Yeah, he's pretty much just I'd safe to say he's abandoned the lap there. Yeah. Unfortunate for Campbell Adams, but what will we see from him later on?
Yeah, wasn't ideal from him there, but yeah, he'll be wanting to improve. We're seeing Keithy, he's coming around now. He hasn't set a time yet, but he looks like he's on a lap. We see the McLaren just getting out of his way. He's coming through sector 2 now into sector 3. What sort of time can we see from the kick band? These two kicks, they'll be wanting to have a really good night to try and put some pressure on in those constructors standings in Division 1.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah,
with some of the top drivers like Campbell and Dante sometimes missing out on the races. I mean, the two Saubers have been pretty much inseparable the whole time, and I feel like we shouldn't count them out of this constructors fight yet.
yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. You can't count them out. So we're seeing Campbell looks like he's coming around to the pits. We're seeing Wiggett. He looks like he's on a bit of a lap. This is one of your teammates, Susie. Are you expecting to see much from Wiggett tonight reserving up? Or are we just sort of hoping that he gets himself up into a points position, mate?
Look, for the team, I'd hope he gets some great points here. I mean, we're not really expecting um, really, really huge results from him. I mean, he does the best he can, and that's all we need. And honestly, a bit of points on Aston would be nice here with Steg as well. But yeah, just we'll take anything we can get right now.
As we see him come down to the line, he does a 104.2, so not too bad there from Wiggett for the first time on the board. We're seeing number 1's he just come across the line. He just finished his lap. He's at 103.8. Who else we got out on track? We got Aston Martin going around there, do we? Nope, nope, nope. Dante, it looks like he was on a lap, but he's invalidated. Jonno, the championship leader, he is on a lap and he is burning around. He's running through hot lapping through there into this tricky little second sector. He's got 35% battery, so he's got plenty of battery to work with. Just a little tap into hot lap. It's interesting to see how these different drivers use their batteries through these qualifying laps here, Tuesday.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit of a shift between everyone's driving style, whether they want more power on the exits or more power down the straights. And Squash Josh is starting a lap now, see if he can improve his provisional 13th there. So, yeah, I think it's just different driving styles and how people want the car to feel, which is very interesting for some slower drivers like ourselves.
Yeah, yeah, you're definitely gonna pick up a few tips by watching these guys, but I can't say it's helping me too much at the moment. But yeah, it's incredible watching these guys how they go about it. And it definitely has helped me in my short career so far, Tuesday.
Yeah, and 4 minutes to go. I think we should get a prediction going. Who do you think will snatch this pole position here tonight?
Um, do you want me to give you two options, and then you put two, and then we'll give them an other?
Um, yeah,
Yeah, we'll do
or
that,
we could
eh?
go team.
Oh yeah, all teams, okay. I'm gonna say Aston. I'll say Aston.
Okay. Yeah, Aston.
Yep.
And
And I'll say Aston and Racing Bulls. Big cars.
alrighty, no McLaren there. I feel snubbed.
No,
Okay.
I just thought you'd want to put the McLaren, mate. As we're seeing, Fatcat, he's about to start a lap by the looks of it, mate. So we'll just stick with him. There's not too many other cars out on track while you get that prediction in. We'll have to see what Fatcat's first sector time's looking like in retrospect to his first lap. And he is slightly up, so he's slightly improving at the moment. He's pushing ever so slightly down towards those 102s. What can he manufacture through sector 2 here? As he comes towards the end of sector 2, Fatcat in at Aston is looking like he's doing a nice job so far. He's kept it pretty tidy. What's the split time going to be? Is he going to be in the zone? He is. He's at nearly a tenth and a half up. He is looking at provisional P2 at the moment. Can he make it through this third sector? Can he put himself provisional pole? Really throwing the car. He runs wide. Oh no, Fatcat's run wide. So that puts pay to him at the moment. I don't think he's going to get time to get around. He might be able to slow down. But yeah, not ideal for him. As we're seeing, Steg's on a bit of an outlap now. Cambell Adams is on an outlap. He's going to be the first one to sort of come around. We got Squash Josh is on a lap, but he's invalidated. So Cambell Adams will be the first one to start his lap. And we'll sort of filter through them from there, Tuzi.
Yeah, and the prediction is out right now. It's 100% on one of the Ferrari boys to grab it. Fourth and fifth right now, so not too far away, but still a lap still from Steg at the moment. Cambell Adams provisionally lost and will hopefully look to take a better position than that. And Angelo won't complete a lap as he invalidates at the end. And I'd be safe to say that would be this and next lap, wouldn't it?
Shit. I'm not sure what happened there. Sorry, Matt. I didn't catch that. So he just
What
invalidated?
he ran wide at the end there, so I believe that is this and next lap.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Unfortunate for Cambell Adams. Wow.
Oh, no. So Cambell Adams is in trouble too. That's, yeah, not ideal. We got Biazzi. He is on an outlap. He's going to be starting. We got a couple of, looks like Fat Cats maybe starting another lap here. He might be trying to have another crack. So it'd be interesting to see if Fat Cat can indeed improve on his time through the first sector. He's giving his teammate a massive tow up here, so he's trying to help Ricardo out, which is fantastic to see. Be interested to see how he goes. We got Jonno. He's coming through sector 2. What can Jonno do, the championship leader? As he comes to the end of sector 2 here, Tuzi, let's see what his split time's looking like. And he is up 1.5 tenths almost. So he will be putting pressure on Fat Cat to try and take that P3, mate. We said Lockie's done a fantastic time there in the Williams, a 103.5, so that's really good to see for the Williams driver reserving up. Also, his teammate Dito doing a 103.5 as well. As you see Jonno come across the line, he can only manage P4. Who else we got on a lap? We got Chandler's. He is on a lap. We see Campbell's out. Campbell's at P17, so he's going to have a tough job from there. We see Chandler's just really throwing it in. What time can he do? He puts himself in P4. Fantastic from Chandler's. I seen a car in the wall there. That was interesting one over the line there. Not too sure. Didn't see that. Number 1, Swift. He is in P11. And we got Kalki. Gets himself up into P7. So not too bad there from the kick driver.
Yeah, I mean, What a way to end quali there. Cambell Adams, the championship contender, chasing down Jonno, starting in 17th, while Jonno's in 5th, and a stellar lap from Steg. No one could get close to it, and unlucky there for some of the guys invalidating at the end. But wow, McLaren with the win. They were the favourite to get pole. Wow, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, yeah, this is going to be a really interesting race because Steg has a 22nd. He's on pole. Fatcat's in a handy position in P3, Meowsy in P2, and then we got yeah, a big surprise there. We got Campbell Adams and Angelo down here, P16, P17. They're gonna have a mighty job to do from down there. Do you think Jonno will be feeling fairly
Yeah.
comfortable being in P5 there, Tuesday?
Well, we have seen Campbell Adams been on a bit of a charge before and climbed up the ranks, but I think P5 is a pretty solid spot for our leader to start from, and Campbell Adams will definitely have his work cut out for him, as well as Angelo there, looking to maybe come back. A lot of people are quite afraid of him in this Div 1 grid, so I'm quite interested to see how he goes.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he goes. This is going to be a fantastic race, I think. Plenty of action. There's going to be fast guys coming from the back. There's guys that are reserved up that are putting good times, and then we've got a few fast guys at the front as well. So yeah, don't go anywhere. This is going to be super interesting. Tuesday, you want to take us away for the start of this race, mate?
Absolutely. This is definitely going to be interesting, as well as Steg on pole, but that 22nd is going to really hurt him unless he gets a very, very quick move on early on here. But that is pretty much a pit stop down that he will be to the race. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be a good race. Alrighty. 5 red lights and away we go. Steg gets a decent start there. Coming to turn 1, the Aston nearly alongside there with Meowsy, and he nearly gets around the outside. Yes, he does. Side by side, he nearly gets the move nice and clean. Dante falls back a little bit. Campbell Adams up into 16th. Into turn 3 now. A bit of carnage maybe? No, nice and clean through there. And the top 3 have come away unscathed. Fatcat gaining position. Jonno up into 4th. And the Salvers have actually done quite decent there. Of Kauki up into 6th. Angelo up into 15th, down to 16th. Yeah, wow, that was a lot cleaner than I expected.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit. There was a little bit of action at the back there. There was a bit of a tap, and it looks like Campbell Adams actually has a bit of damage to his wing. So I think there may have been a bit of contact between him and the Alpine. So that might be one to have a look at later. But at the moment, back to the front, we got a good little battle happening here between Steg, Fatcat, Meowsy, and Jonno up into P4 already. He is looking super quick at the moment, so he looks like he might have some serious race pace tonight, Tuesday.
Yeah, and he'll definitely need to get a move on with Campbell Adams behind, and he needs to capitalize on this because this could be a championship deciding moment if Jonno is to gain a lot of points here, and Steg loses that position to Fatcat and Jonno. Wow, Jonno capitalizing on 2 positions there. Meowsy having a bit of a moment, and they've been bit snubbed there through turn 3. That was very, very interesting. Wow, yeah, Jonno looking very, very strong. Do we think it's a 2-stop tonight, Mishka?
Yeah, it's an interesting one tonight. It'd be interesting to see what these guys do. We'll see what tyres they've actually started on for a start. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do. I know that they might think that a one stop could be okay because of traffic, possibly, but that'd be the only reason why. I think a two stop could be faster around here too. I'm not too sure though. We'll have to see.
Yeah, and while we were focusing on the front there, we actually didn't realize that Dante has dropped way to the back. And we've got 2 cars in the pit lane. We've got an Aston and we've got Keithy. So a lot of things going on at the back here. And Jonno now gets into the lead of the race on lap 3, while his championship contender is down to 13th with damage. This is very, very crucial for him and Ferrari here. And yeah, wow. Big, big issues there for Dante down in 15th.
Yeah, look at the pace on this Ferrari. He's just getting moves done for fun at the moment, is Jonno. And yeah, these guys need to be careful because if they start battling behind, he could start running away and yeah, make it really interesting as we're seeing Kalki go for a nice move there on Miazzi. Can he make it stick side by side, nearly off the track, leaves him enough room to come back on the track. Miazzi looking to hold that position, and he does so. But Kalki had a little look there, nice bit of pressure, and he's on those hard tyres. Interesting to note there, Tuzi.
Yeah, a bit of varying strategy here where the people would like to go the distance at the start or get that burst of pace, and Cambell Adams gets the fastest lap of the race. That is more like our championship leader. He's already up 5 positions, and our biggest loss is Dante, 9 positions, and he's in the pit lane after all of that carnage. So not very good for him and Ferrari. So yeah, everyone on the medium tires except for Alex Calvi. Alex Keeley, sorry, um, from the 3 that have stopped, which are now on hards and a medium. So yeah, very, very interesting here. And Jonno just seems so quick. No one could get past him there with DRS even. And the 2 Williams actually not doing too bad in 6th and 8th. Lockie keeping up with some of the faster guys. So yeah, a lot going on here.
Yeah, as we must have missed a bit of action there as Lockie's managed to get the position there of Kalki. So he's up into P6. He's had a great start to the race. And now Dido, his teammate, is all over the back of Kalki as well, also looking to try and get the move done. Squash Josh had a great start here for the Red Bulls. He's up in P9. Wiggett also doing a fantastic job for the Team McLaren. He's in P10. But these guys have bearing down on them really fast. Cambell Adams, even with that wing damage, he still looks super quick, doesn't he, Tuzi?
Yeah, and just looking at some of these guys, some of them have underfueled here. Whether that's a bit of a strategy for them. Jonno, Steg, Lockie, and Angelo are all underfueled. So whether they're gambling on a safety car or if that's the strategy for some saving here, uh, it's very interesting. Maybe that is why Jonno and Steg now, 1 and 2 in the race, have that bit of pace on these front runners here. And we have a on board for Steg.
Okay, on board with Steg. You want to take us away for this one, mate? He's just coming down to start the lap now.
Yep, opening the DRS. Behind Jonno, he won't have that DRS advantage. And he stops burning, maybe to try and wait for the next straight, which he does. He cuts that corner very nicely there. 60% battery opposed to Jonno's 80%. So he is saving. The leader is both on low fuel, so pretty much equal. Steg maybe going for the move here with DRS. No, he doesn't. That battery that Jonno has is just unbelievable down that straight. And again, he'll be burning all the way. 70% he started on. Even with DRS, Steg cannot get close. And none of the others are making any moves either. Steg now sliding the car in nice and smoothly, saving the tyres a bit there. That looked very, very nice. Very easy on the tyres. Through all of this, actually, it looks like they're going very easy on the tyres. So they must be doing a one-stop if that's how they're treating the tyres this early on. And yeah, Steg can just not get anywhere near Jonno here at the start. And Fatcat is all over his rear wing, coming into the penultimate corner. And I think we might see a move here if Fatcat can keep this 2/10 distance. And even Chandler's is right on the back of him all the way down the straight. So 3 drivers separated by 3/10.
Yeah, we're just seeing this whole field just in a massive DRS train. But the exception of the last 3 of Keith, Ricciardo, and Dante, the rest of the field is pretty much all in the DRS train. Or as maybe I've spoken too soon because we see Seba or number 1 Swift, he is fallen out of the DRS, but now he's back in it. So yeah, everybody in DRS train at the moment.
Yeah, and actually down the pack here, Angelo has gotten in front of Campbell Adams, and Campbell Adams has picked up a penalty there. So not already not good for Campbell Adams, but even worse with a penalty and some damage. So Angelo, he looks like he's on a great charge here and needs to get back into that DRS of the Red Bull, and he'll be in the top 10 in no time. And yeah, wow, Campbell Adams just looks like he's off his game tonight.
Yeah, maybe that front wing damage is just starting to hurt just a little bit. Maybe it might be hurting his tyres, and yeah, Angelo getting that job done, and he's going to be closing in on those Red Bulls very quickly. He's closing in on this pack super fast at the moment, mate, in that Haas.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we wanted to see tonight. A team that is already struggling with someone like Angelo, who we don't know much about apart from he's very, very quick, and he's already made the move on number one Swift up into P10, and he will be looking to close in on Lockie, who is the lead of that train for now. And Kauki has pulled away on those hards there, so those tyres coming into play now, probably at the crossover and up the front. It is still wing to wing up the front with Chandler's Fatcat and Steg all the way through the second sector. And Jonno's got a little bit of breathing room there on a bit of battery. So is Steg saving a lot. So, yeah, this is very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, as you see, Jonno's now pulled it out to 7/10. Is he maybe looking to make that move now and looking to break that DRS? Could be onto it, but Lockie, we see he's straight into the pits now. First one to go on the mediums. So it'd be interesting to see what he can do now once he gets onto those hards, and if anybody else is going to react around him.
Yeah, maybe a bit of an undercut there. In play with probably Kauki and Meowsy still. Maybe some of the front runners, and wow, it is just pretty much bumper to bumper through that entire corner there. That was quite scary, I'd assume, for Steg. Yeah, and Steg's nearly about to lose DRS to Jonno here. So Jonno capitalizing on his contender's faults, down in 10th still with a penalty. So yeah, I mean, a win for him would be very, very nice and almost championship ceiling here for the Ferrari driver. And Steg has also edged out that gap to Fat Cat by 8/10. So a bit of issues between some of these drivers.
Yeah, some of them just seem to be maybe just been struggling, like driving in that dirty air, maybe starting to take a toll around here. They've all been in the dirty air for a little while now. So as we see, Dito's now coming too. He's had enough as well. So the Williams guys both come in pretty early, and there's Campbell Adams. He's in too. He might want to get his wing changed, and he might want to start pushing his way through this pack, mate.
Yeah, so something's happened here. All the gaps have closed down. Steg is now right on the back of Jonno again. Fat Cat's lost it to Steg by about 4/10, and Chandler's has lost DRS, so he's now leading a bit of a train for Meowsy and Kalki. So this is shifted very quickly. Whether people were saving very early on, like we said with Steg, just to kind of etch out those mediums just a little bit longer, and Kalki will be the net leader once these five in front of him come into the pit lane. And Angelo in P7 yet to pit, of course, but he's only 2.4 behind Kalki. So we're starting to see the pace of this guy come alive, and I'd hope we see him on the podium later tonight because that would be a stellar drive.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job at the moment up there into P7. Only 2.6 seconds behind Kalki. Kalki's tyres will be starting to come to him now, and these mediums, they'll be starting to drop off. So I expect to see Kalki have some really good pace over these next 4 or 5 laps here. It'd be interesting to see when these medium runners pit, if they are going to pit and try and go for the two-stop. I think those Williams guys, I think pitting that early, I don't think they'll be able to one-stop from there, I don't think.
No, definitely not. So probably a two-stop for most of the guys here, and some of the early pitters down in last still is Dante. He's on the back of Ricciardo and Campbell Adams by a second, but yeah, very, very bad start for him and his constructors' hopes with Ferrari. So not the best starts there. McLaren of Wicked Moist, 3-lap-old hard. So obviously he pit earlier on, and he's on the back of Swift, who has just come out of the pits as well. Keith pitting a little bit earlier, very early on actually, into 12th. And then our two Williams up to P11 and P10. So the front runners, when do we think they're going to pit?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I think if they're trying to go for the one stop, they'd probably need to get out to about lap 14, 15 before you can even think about it. So, yeah, and very much so. It's looking like that's the way they're going. Otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty sure we would have seen them in by now, Tuesday. But Stag, wow, what pace has this guy got? He's just all of a sudden going, I'm going to hit the go button. He's gone past Jonno and nearly broken DRS already. Um, yeah, maybe he's just been tyre saving, and now he thinks it's time to go and push to the end of this stint, mate.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like he wants to try and get that gap down of his 20-second penalty at the end. Obviously, it's going to hurt him if he ends tonight with a win. But yeah, definitely needs to etch out that gap. I mean, he's got a pretty nice gap down on P9 right now, which wouldn't be a terrible result for McLaren. But obviously, if he can improve, he would definitely love to. And Jonno, he's got a great exit out of that corner there. So differing strategies here with exits and tyre saving. So whether Jonno's got that bit better tyres, we will have to wait and see. But these two, I think, will be going at it all night. And Fatcat's just kind of there getting dragged along with Meowsy too.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And Jonno's closed. Yeah, he's closed right up, hasn't he? And Fatcat also has closed right up. So it's really interesting to see how these guys are battling at the. You think someone's getting away, and then they're not getting away, and it's just ebbing and flowing all night so far. But you see Kalki now, he's closing right up on Chandler's. Chandler's no DRS. This is going to be one to watch. I think Kalki will really want to try and get this job done. But look who's closing in their rearview mirror. Oh man, Angelo, he is up into the DRS. He is flying. Look at him go. Wow, wee. Oh, it's Kalki's come into the pits early there on those hards. That's an interesting one to see. I thought he might have been trying to go a little bit longer, as we see Dante get a 3-second penalty. Lockie, he's now 13 seconds behind in P8. Where's he going to come out in all of this wash? But he has his teammate Dito right on his back for company. Probably see these guys work together a fair bit. But Angelo's put himself right into contention of this race. He's only about, I'd say about 4 seconds, just a touch over 4 seconds off the lead. So what a drive that's been, Tuesday.
And prediction is up for when will one of the top three pit. And Angelo, he's on a charge. Meowsy has expressed that he didn't want him to do a quali lap because he must have done some serious times. And it looks like he would have because he is on an absolute charge right now. Up how many positions? Let's have a look. Up 11 positions already. He's yet to pit, of course. But what a drive it's already been. And Jonno up 3 positions as well, not doing too bad. So these guys will probably want to start getting a move on before inevitably Angelo gives them a run for their money.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we going to see a bit of team orders here from Dito, the TP of Williams? Is he going to tell Lockie to let him pass? Because he looks super fast at the moment, and it looks like Lockie could be just like holding him up just a little bit, Susie. As we
Yeah,
see
it definitely seems like that. We have seen Dito end with a win here with Burrito Man. Oh, and Dito does get that move done there. Lockie lets him by on a lap fresher tyres. And I think that was the right call there for Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to work together because there's a very fast Kalki in behind in that kick. He's on those medium tyres and he's going to be catching those hard runners quite quickly. Be interesting to see if Kalki from here, whether he's started on those hards, whether he goes medium to the end and yeah, just really uses that pace that he's got.
Yeah, and Meowsy is into the pit, so Angelo's promoted to 4th, and he wasn't one of the top 3, so we won't count that as lap 15 yet. So we are on lap 16. These guys have done 15 laps on the mediums. I think it's safe to say that the hards will definitely go the distance of 20 laps. And I think the one stop will be the way to go for these top 5, including Meowsy and Dido, should be the net leader, unless Lockie has a go here, and they might be doing a bit of a DRS train, uh, helping each other out through these corners.
Yeah, they definitely are, but they're now coming under pressure from Kalki. He is burning right down onto the back of these guys as they come down into turn 4. Bit of a lock up there from Lockie at the front there. Little bit of a tap there from Kalki. Oh, got a little bit unsettled, but he's okay. He's back on the track now. But that splits those Williams up. Dido just needs to compose himself. Kalki needs to compose himself. Lockie there in P5 doing a fantastic job for the Williams, reserving up. But Kalki's going to be desperate to get past on those medium tyres and really start making some inroads while he's got the fresh mediums on. As he looks like he runs wide there. Probably copped a warning there as well, I'd imagine. Struggling a little bit in that dirty air by the looks of it, Tuzi.
Yeah, and Jonno is into the pits, so he is one of the top 3 to pit. So lap 16 was the correct answer, and Steg is now the last one to continue in the top 3. Angelo 3 seconds behind. He's kind of lost a bit of time there, so I'd assume, or I'd hope, that they'd come in the next couple of laps, because those tyres must be screaming now, as Kalki has made up a lot of time, 10 seconds away from Angelo, 13 off of the lead. So a very, very nice lead there for him he'll have on some of these front runners, with Campbell Adams coming out just in front of his teammate Meowsy with the 6-second penalty.
Yeah. A 6-second penalty is not ideal, is it? We'll have a quick look at the penalties, actually. So we got Campbell does have the 6 seconds. Seba with the 3 second. Dante with the 3 second. As we're seeing now, Steg's in. Angelo's still going on those on those tyres. This has been a fantastic drive so far. 17 laps. Yeah, he's going to be super fast. What's going to be the strat from here?
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be a one-stop, but he'll go more distance on mediums than hards here. So unless he is getting that gap so he can full push on the hards, which I'd hate to see how fast he can go when he's full push and not saving his tyres like he would be now. And Chandler's has even made the move on Lockie there. Campbell Adams and Jonno having a bit of a scrap through turn 4. Yeah, Steg coming out in 10th behind Fatcat. So he has been undercut by Fatcat and Meowsy and Jonno. He's lost a lot of time there to Jonno, actually. A bit of 1.5 seconds to Jonno. A 3 second for him. So track limits must be very unforgiving here.
Yeah, track limits are very brutal here, so the guys are going to have to watch that as the race continues on. We're seeing Campbell Adams, he's now up into P4. So even with the 6 seconds, he's not out of this one. But Jonno looks in prime position, doesn't he, on those 2-lap hards, on that one-stop strategy. He looks like he's in a fantastic position. You'd think Kalki would have to stop again on those 5-lap mediums. Chandler's be interesting to see if he could make it all the way. He is in a decent position. He might have gone for a bit of an undercut on these guys, and he's put himself up into P2. Is he going to be able to hold off the likes of Campbell Adams and Jonno and Meowsy for that long? We'll have to see. Time will tell. Steg, he is now on one of the freshest tyres in those front set. Oh, as we see, what's happened here? Is this a safety car? We have a safety car,
You got a safety
Tuzi.
car. Yep.
What's happened here?
Wow. No idea, because no one is around and no one is DNF'd, unless that was the likes of Keith there. He did lose some time, I saw, and he's got no front wing, so that was Keithy, unfortunately, on, I'd assume, one of the last corners as it came out when he was around the pit lane. But yeah, wow, that's really shaken things up for Kalki as he dives into the pit lane immediately. And that will also be followed by Lockie and a few others. Jonno, Chandler's actually will be promoted to the race leader. Jonno behind him, Meowsy, then Steg. Wow, that is really, really shaken things up. And Angelo is quite far down the order now, as a lot of these guys are capitalizing on these on the pit lane here for an opportunity for fresh tires. Angelo up into ninth, Campbell Adams into eighth. He's come out of the pit lane. Yeah, this is really shaking things up for our grid.
Yeah, this has really put a spanner in the works for those guys who were on that one-stop strategy. They've come out and yeah, now it's just giving these guys a free pit stop virtually, and they're going to have the fresher tyres now down to the end.
Yeah, very, very interesting. And Kalki has been blessed there with that safety car in sixth with a fresh set of rubber on everyone in front of him on older tires now, I believe. Yes, much older tires. Steg is the only one closest with 2-lap old tires, so he'll be also in prime position here for this restart. We'll have approximately, I'd like to say, maybe 14 laps of racing. And wow, Fatcat has been. Oh no, Fatcat has come into the pits there, so he is 13th, and his teammate in 16th. So not a good day for Aston. But we also have to remember that Steg needs a 20-second gap on wherever he is to finish to get some points here, which will be interesting, but not too great for a McLaren driver.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him now. He was probably hoping that that wasn't the case because the field was starting to break up, but now they're all going to be closed up. They're all going to be on fresh tyres, and we're going to see that sort of DRS train form again, I believe, here Tuesday. So it's going to be hard for them to open up them gaps. But the one guy to note here now, you got Cambell Adams on those fresh mediums. He's only in P8. He's going to be super dangerous from there. I think him and Kalki and even Angelo, they're in prime position now, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. Campbell obviously having that big penalty on his shoulder, 6 seconds, which can be a lot with the DRS train that we have seen the past 20 laps or so of racing. And yeah, Steg probably be very, very disappointed. And Jonno with that 3 second, that's also going to hurt him. So a lot of these guys are going to have to really get a move on with the tires they have here. And Kalki, I think he would be a dark horse maybe for this race win here with very fresh tires and a couple laps of racing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Kalki's in a very good position here. Um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. You got some really fast guys at the front on older tires. Then you got the likes of Lockie there in P7. He's on fresh tires. How- how's he gonna how's he gonna fare against some of these faster drivers that are in front? As you see, Aiden's Radin, he's going into the pits. Strange one not to have gone in a bit sooner because now he's going to find himself at the back, which is going to really hurt him.
Yeah, and Keith, he's had a nightmare tonight. Usually up the top, fighting for some decent points there with his teammate. And he's had an absolute stinker tonight. I think his wing's been broken twice, and he's made an extra pit stop or two than he would have liked to. But yeah, that's really going to hurt him. And Lockie, he's doing quite well for the Williams boys.
Yeah, he's been a revelation since he's come to the Williams team. He's yeah, obviously one of my teammates. He had a fantastic race last week in Division Two, and now doing a fantastic job again here in Division One. So yeah, it's good to see that he's turned his season around and he's showing what he can do.
I think it must have been the development he got at McLaren before he left. But anyways, safety car in this lap.
Yeah, did we just see that? Was it safety car in this lap? Yep. So we are back at the front with
I haven't seen. Oh, it
Chandler's.
is
Yeah, look,
going
see,
away.
mate.
So yep.
So Chandler's will lead this field up. I'll let you take us away for the safety car restart, mate. I'll focus on the action.
Alrighty. Chandler's here on the hard tires. He'll want to get them up to temp as much as he can, really swerving into this last bit here, and he's waiting for this final corner to go here. Maybe catch our championship leader off guard, and he's not even gone yet on the main straight. He's really waiting to that line, and he has to go now. Yes, he does. He instantly burns away, and Jonno, he was quick to catch him there. He barely lost any time from that safety car gap. 4 tenths it is now, losing a bit on the exit, and these two are going to be pretty much net even with each other, and Steg loses a position to Meowsy, I think, unless I am wrong there. But Jonno looking for a move around the outside, tries to cut it back with the switchback, and he's alongside him now. It's going to be very, very close up into turn 4 here. Nearly neck and neck between each other, and Jonno gets the move done. No, he doesn't. Chandler's keeps it round the outside, and Jonno has maybe slotted into first place. No, Chandler's still side by side with him through the majority of this lap. Still side by side. Oh, and it's very, very tight there. Chandler's has to back out a bit, and it's very, very nicely done for our championship leader up into first place, and he'll be wanting to get the move on with that 3 second.
Yeah, because look who's up into third place now. We see Cambell Adams looking for a move on Chandler's. Can he get it done? Hey, you betcha! And now he's in the rear vision mirror of Jonno. So Jonno will be desperate to try keep him behind. Cambell will be desperate to try get past and build a gap, because now that penalty offset is only 3 seconds. As we start looking a little bit further down, we see a little bit of a lock up there at the front there. But Meowsy, he's in behind Chandler's. We've got Steg, he's in P5. Kalki up into P6. Angelo P7. Lockie's dropped all the way down to P9, but looking to get a move done on Fatcat as he backs out there. Oh, bit of a... Oh, and then we see the Red Bull send it up the inside. That was a bit of contact there. But they look like they've got through pretty unscathed. I don't know if Scorch Josh is... Yeah, he's got a bit of a damaged wing there. That's really unfortunate there for the Red Bull driver. But everyone else keeps on driving. We got Dito and Lockie there. P9, P10. Back towards the front, we got Meowsy. He is now, as we see, Sibo. He gets another 3 second. So he's down there in P16. That's not going to help his chances at all. Bit of a DRS train forming here at the front, Tuzi.
Yeah, and Angelo, as you were at the back there, has made a move up into 6 now, and he's looking to get the move done on Steg. He's right near him, burning all the way down to the corner here, and Cambell Adams and as well as Angelo have made a lovely charge here as Kalki tries to get a switchback done, but Angelo covers him off very nicely. Steg maybe looking to make a move on Meowsy here, but he can't get close enough. Meowsy looking to do the same on Chandler's in a bit of a moment there. Steg gets right up close with him out of the exit here. Wow, this is very, very close racing. And at the back here, Lockie picks up a 3 second, and Dante has got a 13 second now. So not very good for our Ferrari duo tonight with penalties. But Cambell Adams looking to try and get this lead back on Jonno, especially with this penalty, and maybe keep his title hopes alive.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the front two. They'll really want to try and break away from the rest of this pack, because if they don't, it's going to bring the likes of Meowsy and Angelo right into this, and also Fatcat, because they don't have any penalties at the moment. So if they can't break away, these guys are going to be in a very good chance to get on the podium tonight here, Tuzi.
Yeah, and looking at the tyres here, Cambell Adams is definitely looking to get this move done nice and early, because his tyres will have an expiry date on those mediums, while Jonno can comfortably head to the end. Chandler's on arguably old hards there in third place, and he is currently net P1, so he'll be defending that third place as it stands with his life against Meowsy, and Angelo just can't seem to get by as fast as he would have liked to. 7-lap old tyres, so he's got a 1-lap offset. And yeah, these guys are really going toe-and-toe throughout most of this track here, and this CRS straight is giving us some great overtakes.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're seeing one of your teammates down in P15 wicket, he picks up a 3 second now. So some of these track limits warnings are coming in thick and fast now. We've seen the Williams driver pick up one. We've seen Dante. He's got 13 seconds of penalties. I'm not sure what's happened there. He's he's putting himself in a really tough position. As we see, Cambell Adams has now got the move done. Can he make a gap? Can he get this done? Oh, what's happened back here? We got Chandler's. We got Oh, Meowsy, we got Steg, we got Angelo. It's all happening back here, Tootsie. What's been going on? They're 3 wide, 4 wide. Oh, this is crazy. Something's got to give here. They're 3 wide into the corner. The Haas holding the inside line. Is he going to get the move done? Meowsy looking to come back. He gets the move done on Meowsy. Can't get it done on Steg, though. He has got himself up into P3 now, Tootsie.
Oh, that was mental there. 4 wide down the track. Someone had their tyres off the grass just to try and fit the move. Stake up into third. Chandler's is dropping like a stone. He must have got damage. Yes, he did, because he's into the pit lane now. Meowsy lost out there, and Angelo is now fighting for a podium position, and the carnage has allowed Jonno and Campbell Adams to get a nice little gap on the rest of the field here. So how much is that gap? Just barely enough for Jonno to keep second place, but not nearly enough for Campbell to keep his win. So, yeah, wow, very, very close here, and Steg will be looking to get a move on now, because that 22nd is pretty much going to demote him to dead last. And Angelo, right on the back of him, looking to get the move done. Yes, he does. Very nice and clean. And now, can he catch up to our two front runners? Because right now, he is net P1.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see, we've got a surprise interview, and our guest is Oblivion. So, Oblivion, if you're there, mate, jump into the comms box. We'll get that interview underway. But this battle at the front here between Jonno and Campbell Adams. Now Angelo is past. He's into P3. 2 seconds behind. Can he close this gap up? He could be in pole position right now to take out this win with the penalties in front. He's just got to keep it clean. Steg Meowsy also on for podiums if they can stick onto the back of Angelo. We see Kalki having a good race there, P6. A guy who was having a real shocker of a night early on, Keithy, he's in there in P11. Some guys in front of him have got all got penalties, so he's going to jump himself up into the top 10 if he can keep going the way he's going, Toozy. As I believe Oblivion has joined us in the box here. Do you want to take this one away, Toozy?
Yeah, and we'll try and keep it quick because we don't have long. But Oblivion, as a Ferrari driver yourself, but also a good friend of Campbell's, whose side are you on tonight? Are you rooting for Jonno or your mate?
I've already told Campbell to slow down. I want Jonno to win this one. Team comes first over friends. I don't care about Campbell, so let's go, Jonno.
100%. And heading into Austria for yourself, how are you feeling? Obviously, coming off of maybe a win tonight for Jonno. Have you done much practice? Are you feeling good?
No practice at all. Not feeling good at all. Been sick all week, coughing up a lung. So hopefully we'll be right to go. We'll see what happens.
Fair enough. And with a championship lead that you have, I think you shouldn't be too worried with 5 to go. But Nishka, I'll let you ask some questions as we don't have long left.
Yeah, we're seeing this fantastic battle at the front as Angelo's getting in amongst it now as we're seeing him go around the outside on Jonno. Jonno fighting back up the inside. Is he going to hold a bit of contact, bit of wheel bumping?
Stuff you, Angelo.
That was exciting, but Jonno now down into P3 and Angelo gets past him. We've seen some of that racing last week from you, Oblivion, you and Broadstart. That was probably one of my highlights of the season, watching you guys go at it. Yeah, how did you feel, mate, with that last week at Austria? At Texas, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it was great fun. I've had a good chat with Broadster after. It was, Watanabe was gone after the first lap. He was 2 seconds down the road, so it wasn't much catching from there. It was just a matter of having fun, and that's what we both did. We both had good battle, nice and clean. I'm not sure many drivers could go side by side through the S's, and Broadster and I seemed to do it, and most around that track. So it was good fun, good battling, and yeah, look forward to Austria against him again.
Yeah, it was fantastic to watch, mate, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys go round again tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be commentating that one. I'm on the Division 4, but yeah, definitely be tuning in, and yeah, I'll wish you the best of luck, mate, and best of luck for the Ferrari boys in their overalls aspirations, mate, and cheers for jumping in, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, Tuesday, back to this action. Talk us through what's been happening. Because I've been seeing plenty of stuff going on while that interview was happening.
Yeah, it's very, very close here. Angelo and Jonno are pretty much neck and neck here, and Steg's now been let in on this battle, and Steg is going to be so gutted. I'm gutted even watching now, because that 20-second is going to kill us in this overalls fight. And this fight here has allowed Campbell Adams to itch out that gap now to 3.5 seconds to P2. So if they keep going the way they're going, which they definitely are, around the outside, Angelo goes, and he gets the move done into P2. He's got the DRS there. That was lovely from the Haas driver there. And yeah, Campbell Adams, the way they're going, is going to promote him to that 6-second gap and give him that win. And Jonno just barely touches the rear right wheel of Angelo there. And Steg now is also side by side with Jonno, going through a very, very tight track, a very, very tight part of the track. And round the outside, can Steg get the move done for P3? Yes, he can, but will Jonno hold on at the end here? And Steg might even have a look at the Haas driver here coming down to the penultimate corner. No, he doesn't. He slots into third place. And wow, 5 seconds now. Angelo is behind Campbell Adams, so this is very, very tight.
Oh man, this racing's crazy. Like, you look at this as well. Kalki's in P6, Fatcat P7. Where's Dino come from? He's just come from nowhere and he's in P8 now. And on the back of these guys, where did he come from?
Yeah, I mean, those tyres coming into play now, and Meowsy and Jonno going side by side down that entire straight there. Meowsy can't get the move done, but he'll definitely try again. And this train is carried all the way down to Dido in 8th place. So Campbell Adams here is benefiting massively from this, and Jonno starting from up the front, and Campbell starting from dead last, has now done a last to first if he can itch out this gap in the last 3 laps here, which will be a stellar drive for him. And speaking of stellar drives, I think we need to have a look at driver of the day.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's that time where we start talking about it. There's some pretty good driver of the days going on here. I think it'd be pretty hard to go past Angelo, to be fair. I'm gonna put the Haas driver as my nomination, mate.
I'd have to agree with you there. It's a stellar drive from someone who jumped in last minute, didn't do a quali run. And let's see here. Some of these penalties are just so extreme on some of these drivers. I think tonight it's got to be, I think it's got to be Jonno. He's put up a valiant effort with a lot of people. He's had a lot of fights, and he's looking to contend that championship. But yeah, that 3 seconds is unfortunate. I think I'm going to have to go with Jonno.
Yeah, mate. If you just chuck those two into the chat, mate, let the guys vote. That's all good. And we'll take away those last 2 laps. We've got Jonno. He's pushing hard in that P4. Campbell now has that 6-second lead over Angelo. That is going to give him the win if this stays the way it is at the moment. Steg, he is desperate to get inside that 6 seconds, but he does have 20 seconds to serve, so he is not going to be the winner of the race. Jonno, he is in P4. Can he get himself inside 3 seconds? It doesn't look like it at the moment. Meowsy is the other one. He could be a danger to his teammate, Tuzi.
Yeah, it is looking very, very close here. Keith, he's had a terrible night, but he's, yeah, right on the back of this train now with 2 to go. And Angelo is 6 seconds behind. So Campbell will be pushing as much as he can. He's barely got any battery. And Angelo here, I don't know if this is a bit of a show off, but he's got quite a bit of battery in that tank.
He does, doesn't he? We got Steg. He is there in P3. He's going to drop a long way down with that 20-second, though. Jonno, Meowsy. Can Meowsy make a little late charge here? 2 laps to go. He'd have to try and get past Jonno. He's going to get Jonno on track at the moment with that penalty. He's going to get Steg. He won't get Angelo, but there's every possibility he could get Campbell if he can get within that 6 seconds.
Yeah, definitely. And Steg will be looking to try and capitalize as much as he can. I think, unfortunately, this is pretty much just about dead last for the McLaren driver tonight, which is very, very heartbreaking for someone like myself who wants this overalls. But yeah, this is very unfortunate for Stig.
Yeah, as we're seeing, Kalki's doing a little fantastic job here, just holding Dito up. That gap there is only 2.7 seconds now for Keefe, and he's going to get himself up into P8 if he can keep that under 3 seconds. Dito will be pushing really hard to try and hold on to that P8 over Keithy. We see Miazzi, he's there on those 20 lap parts. That's a fantastic stint there, mate. I'm pretty sure, is that what you just said, Tuzi?
Yeah, it is a great stint for a lot of these drivers on some of these old tires. Yeah.
Yes, we're seeing Steg now trying to get a move done on track. We see Campbell Adams, he comes across the line in P1. We see Angelo, great drive in P2. Steg spinning over the line there. That'll surely be noted, whatever's happened there. I'm not too sure what happened there, mate. That'll probably get looked at by the onboards, I'd imagine. Yeah, that was an interesting race there, Tuesday. What's your thoughts, mate?
That was very, very interesting. And for us, I think that was a great race to commentate because some of this racing was just incredible. And yeah, just looking at these timing sheets here, only 5/10 separate Angelo and Campbell Adams at the end there. So the two drivers who started from last and second last finished first and second. What a drive for those two. And we knew it was going to be quite close between them. But I didn't quite see Campbell Adams getting that win there, especially with Jonno falling a little bit down.
Yeah, so we got cleanest driver, I believe, is going to Miazzi. So congratulations, Miazzi. Can we just get that in the chat if we can? And then fastest lap was Campbell Adams. As we just have a quick look through the provisional results. So we got Campbell Adams. He is in. Just quickly get them all while I've got the time there, and then we'll go back down through them. So Campbell Adams taking out P1, Angelo P2, Steg P3, Jamie Dodge P4, Kalki, Jonno, Fatcat, Keithy, Dito, Lockie, Chandler's, Ricardo, Squash Josh, Aiden's rated, number one Swift, Dante, and Wigan Moist rounding out the 17 drivers tonight. That was a fantastic race. I thoroughly enjoyed that, Tuesday. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it as well. Yeah, can we get our podium getters and our winners on to the comms box, and we'll go through some interviews. Driver of the day went to Jonno. Jonno, if you could jump in as well, please, mate, that'd be great. Yeah, any final thoughts there, Tuesday, before we get these interviews underway?
No, not much. Just I hope the racing is as good in these lower divisions, especially Division 5, please.
Yeah, I'd second that. We definitely want some of that in Division 5. Have we got anybody into the comms box yet, Tuesday?
We do not.
Does not. Alright, our driver of the day was Jonno, so we'll go on to the Ferrari car. We'll let you have a quick look at the Ferrari. Maybe just tag them in there. Yeah, thanks for that, mate. And we'll see who jumps in. Yeah, anyway, so tomorrow we have Division 4 and Division 2 back to back double header. We love to see that. Yeah. I think you'll have myself and Rift, I think, tomorrow for Div 4. Div 2 you'll have Wreckers and I believe F7 will be jumping in with him. So plenty of action coming up. It's going to be pretty interesting. None of these guys have jumped in yet. yeah, hopefully they jump in soon, because otherwise we're just sitting here talking about nothing, Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't think Jonno said he will not be joining. Angelo, I also don't think will be joining. He hasn't said anything, but yeah, I don't think he will be. I think it's just Campbell, Adams, and Steg if we are to get anyone. If not, I think it's an early night for yourself and myself.
Yeah, it'd be a shame. Even if one of the TPs wants to jump in place of the driver, that'd be great. So I believe Tudor is actually caretaker of Ferrari at the moment. If he wants to jump in for Jonno, or we've got Jackal if you want to jump in for the McLaren driver. Who else do we have? Well, not sure if Campbell's jumping in or not. And D White for Haas. We got Steg. We've got Steg. Get us underway, Tuesday.
Alrighty. We'll take it, Steg. I mean, as teammates, a very, very great drive for yourself. P3. Obviously, an unfortunate 20-second penalty will see you pretty much out of the points, I believe. How was the night for you?
Hello, first of all. Heard you in a while. Yeah, like quality was decent. I just did some race laps before the race, so I didn't expect to be a pole. I got confused why Angelo didn't set a lap. Even like Cambell, I don't know if he invalidated all rounds, but neither he set the lap. And yeah, our race was pretty much chaotic as usually here. Lots of fuel banging. Yeah, I completely killed some Aston guy in turn 1 because he was the only guy who was actually like lagging crazy to me. Everyone else was like completely fine. So there was a small mistake from me that I should be more careful when I saw him lagging. And yeah, like safety car screw up like basically all race. It could have been more fun how like different pit windows would work. And at the end of the race, I had some fun, but I expected to not gain any points for McLaren today. During the race, when the safety car came out, I was completely acknowledged that the gap's gonna be quite close. So yeah, unlucky that it didn't work out well today, but I had some fun.
Yeah, I mean, very unfortunate. I mean, you had some good racing with Jonno and Meowsy and all of those guys. Will we see more form like this from you heading into the last 4 races and maybe push McLaren over the line for overalls?
I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to race next Saturday. I might not be able, but I think the rest of the calendar I should be able to race here for McLaren.
Well, that is yeah, quite unfortunate, but I mean, a decent race for you. Obviously the 22nd ruins the fun, but yeah, very good pace, very good form, and good luck into the remaining races.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, Steg. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Didn't even get to ask any questions. All good.
Right, okay.
We'll move right along. We had the driver of the day. We got his acting TP, in the commentary box now. Tudor, welcome, mate.
Hello, fellas.
Tudor, yeah, probably a bit unlucky tonight with Jonno. I know he still drove a fantastic race, got driver of the day, but that safety car really really messed up his strategy, didn't it? He was looking like he was going to be on for a really good finish.
Yeah, I think that safety car just sort of, especially with having that 3 second, it kind of put a dampener on him running away at the front there with him and Cambell. But yeah, still happy with the result because he'll gain a position from Steg, and he's still he doesn't outscore Cambell, but he's still in the fight, so that's the main thing. More points for Ferrari.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll touch on that a little bit. We know Lamb's having a bit of a hiatus, we'll say. I think he's moving house. He's doesn't have much access to internet at the moment. You're acting TP there, mate. How you finding that at the moment, mate?
It's pretty easy. Haven't had to do much so far. The team Lamb's built's been pretty good, so they're all pretty much know what they're doing, and we all pretty much work well together. So pretty easy to slot in when the team knows what they're doing. So it's been good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good way to select that. How do you feel about Austria for yourself? You'll be racing in Division 3. Yeah, how are you sort of feeling for this week?
I've done no practice so far, so yeah, just wing it on the day and see what happens.
Alrighty. Yeah, well, good luck for your race, mate. Good luck for the rest of the week with Ferrari. I'll pass you on to Tuzi for any questions he's got for you, mate.
Sweet. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, I mean, a very good day for Ferrari. I mean, not too bad points-wise, and I think that's 2 positions gained from obviously Steg and Angelo. Yeah, were you engineering, Jonno?
No.
Oh,
Normally him
okay.
and Dante. Well, don't know what him and Dante do, so it's just kind of my first week here, so
Fair enough.
let them do
Well,
their own thing.
heading into the remaining 4, as acting team principal for however long it is, how are you feeling with Ferrari overall? Are you feeling good with overalls, or?
Yeah, I think we've definitely got a shot. Our Div 1 boys have both always perform well. Div 2, they always do well. Me and Lamb he had a rough week last week, but I had a alright week, and then Div 4, Lucas has been performing, and we don't have another driver there, but NDNV's been reserving up and putting in a good effort, and he's doing well in Div 5, and the 2 Div 6 boys did well again last week, so yeah, I think we're definitely in with the shot, so just keep pushing and see what happens week to week, and it's really just about staying out of trouble. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I think that is the main goal for a lot of these teams, and in the overalls fight while we're here, are you recognizing Mercedes and Red Bull as contenders, or are your eyes on the current top 3?
No shade to any of them, but it is kind of the top 3 because like McLaren and Aston and Ferrari all have Div 1 drivers, whereas a lot of the other teams are either having to get reserves up or they just have no one. Like Mercedes tonight, no Div 1 drivers, so that's two points paying positions that they get nothing. So that's like 1 div out of 6 that they get nothing. Whereas Aston, they scored both. I'm pretty sure they both scored points. McLaren, both. We have to see where Steg ends up, but when you have a division that's scoring nothing each week, it makes it hard to keep pushing to the top. Really, that's the way I look at it, anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. And just touching base on Dante tonight, obviously not a night for him Is that just a bad track or a bad night for him, or would we see
Can
maybe some of this decline come into play?
I can tell you what happened. He had
Yeah.
his quali brake bias set for the race and locked the rears and spun in turn 3. All by himself.
Okay. Well, that'll do it. Yeah, and the constructors fight dead even with VCarb. Probably a bit shaken up now with Meowsy and Campbell with that performance tonight. But are you looking, are Ferrari looking for that constructor still, or are you more prioritizing
Yeah,
what we can do with Jonno?
Uh, it's both. It's both really. Like obviously we want Jonno ahead of Dante, but if they're both at the front, then we can switch positions and sort of have Dante as a rear gunner and help out Jonno as best he can, which he always does. So yeah, no, they both work well together from what I've seen anyway. So it's been good.
Alrighty, well, congratulations on the finishing positions tonight. Obviously, Jonno will get some after race promotions. Good luck with overalls and good luck for the remainder of your season.
Yeah, same to you guys. Catch us later.
See you, Tudor. Cheers for jumping in, mate. Yeah, so that sort of gets us to a wrap for tonight, Tuesday. You got any sort of final thoughts, mate, or anything you want to say before we head off?
Hopefully, it's like that every night in Div 1 because that was absolutely thrilling to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I hope every race is like that. It's gonna be a fantastic week if it is. That's a good thing about these little tight tracks as well. Makes for nice tight racing. Um, yeah, but on to tomorrow. We have 2 races tomorrow. The action's not going to stop. Div 2 super competitive, Div 4 super competitive. So can't wait for that. Cheers for joining me tonight, Tuesday. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate. And hopefully we see you in the comms box a little bit more because yeah, you do a fantastic job when you're in here. As for everybody else, we will see you guys tomorrow. I'll just give a quick thanks to Sim Racing Centre, SimLab, Pagni and Advanced Simulation, and AI 369. Thanks for the continued support, and good night from us, and we'll see you all tomorrow.